Australians don't have a safe place to call home.
The election of the Albanese government heralds a new era in housing reform, with the promise of immediate support and long-term change to make it easier and cheaper for Aussies to get into a home. For the minister responsible, it's not just her job, it's personal.
I spent my early childhood in Broadacre public housing, and for me it really was important to have a safe and affordable place to call home. And I think that it's not just about shelter, it's not just about a home, it's much more than that. It's about a sense of belonging, it's about being part of a community, it's about being able to establish relationships, go to school, have parents that are able to go to work. Because unless you've got a safe, affordable place to call home, those other things don't happen.
We're in the midst of a housing crisis. Rent demand is high, supply is low, and prices are through the roof. Buying a home is still a challenge. Tens of thousands of Aussies are on wait lists for social and public housing, and data shows 116,000 people are homeless, although that figure is probably much higher.
How do we help people now, particularly the stories that we hear of people living in their cars or in tents, or families crammed into small, unsuitable accommodation?
Far too many Australians are doing it tough, and I hear some of the appalling stories. It just breaks your heart. Like, what can we do immediately? Which is why we've opened up that infrastructure facility to try and get as many houses on the ground as quickly as we can.
The government's working on long-term strategies to address affordability, supply and homelessness support. It's unlocking a $500 million infrastructure fund to build homes now. That's on top of a multi-billion-dollar pipeline of social housing. And it's supporting home buyers, which will alleviate pressure on the rental market.
For people who are waiting for the plans to see the detail, what kind of time frame are you thinking in terms of being able to tell people what help is coming, what long-term systemic change looks like?
The first home buyer in regional areas will be up and running from the 1st of October. We want to get the government equity scheme, the Help to Buy, up and running by early next year. We want to try and introduce legislation this year for the Housing Australia Future Fund. And then, of course, we want to get our Affordability and Supply Council up and running before the end of the year. We do know that it's a really critical situation, which is why I think there's a willingness from the states and territories of all persuasions, no matter the political party, to work with the Commonwealth and work with local government. It's going to take everybody on the same page working together.